What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today, Abraxos and I are here to share some special editions. So for those of you that are new, my name is Jaya. I love all things books, and that does include not just reading, reviewing books, but also, sadly, collecting the special editions. And so I have a wonderful haul here to share with you guys. If that sounds like it's something you would find interesting, then definitely stick around. It's reading time here at J-Bay's Corner. So I'm actually really excited about these books because I didn't haul them from my usual haul spots, which was really nice. Typically, most of my special editions do come from Illumicrate, Owlcrate, or Fairy Loot. However, this selection of books actually came from some other finds, so I was really excited to share them with you guys. I did also want to say, for those of you that are new here, welcome to the channel. My name is Jaya. I love all things books, and I have an unhealthy fiction addiction. And if that sounds like something you would enjoy, then definitely stick around. We talk about all different genres and book styles here. The only thing I don't hit too much is the nonfiction. However, every once in a while, there'll be some memoirs as well. For those of you that are returning, can't thank you enough for being here, and I'm so excited to share these beauties with you guys. So we're gonna hop into the video. The first book I want to share with you guys is actually by an Etsy seller. I will link her bio down below, but I recently read my first Kari Lake book, Nocticadia, this past month in August, and it was absolutely amazing. And so I was like, you know what? I need to get more of her books. And when my friend told me that she absolutely loves Anathema and she absolutely loves Kari Lake as an author, I was like, I should really look into this. So I happened to be perusing the Etsy website and I came across this beautiful edition. Look at that binding. And yes, guys, yes, this is velvet. This is velvet. The tree is cut out into the velvet and then it has the silver on top, just kind of pressed into the actual cover. And it has all of that silver filigree going around the entirety of the book. How beautiful is that? And then it says here, only the banished know what lies in the woods. And it also comes with this beautiful tassel to keep your pages. And here are the beautiful stained edges on this book. This is such a beautiful book. The binding is done so well and the pages just move like butter. What I also thought was so cute is the author actually took the original Anathema cover and took a little piece of it and turned it into a bookmark, which I thought was so cute and so thoughtful. She also gave me a little coupon for my next purchase, which I thought was super sweet. And just so you guys know, this is by the company Mystic Ink, and I will definitely put her information in the description box so you can check her out. But this book is just absolutely gorgeous. And I am obsessed with her. And I'm very excited because as we're entering into October spooky season, she is going to be the perfect book to pick up. Not to be left behind, I also decided that I'm going to try reading the stalker romances a little bit in this October period, outside of just the vampires that I typically read. So I picked up, caught up, like that series. I picked up 2 of those books because I recently read the Mindfuck series by St. Abbey, and those books were just phenomenal. I enjoyed them so much. I also really loved the Ruinous Love Trilogy by Brynne Weaver. So I was like, now that I found this new genre, I want to see what other books are available in it. So I thought, let's look into Haunting Adeline. All right, guys, so fun fact, I ended up recording the rest of this video only to find out that none of it saved. So I thought I would try again with the rest of these books. So I had mentioned that I ended up picking up some copies of Haunting Adeline. Oh, sorry. Heavy stack of books. We had just talked about Anathema by Kari Lake that I got off of Etsy. I will link the seller below. But I ended up finding these copies of Haunting Adeline in the Etsy shop as well. And they are stunning. How beautiful are these? And then here is the painted edge. Okay. Then we have book number 2. So we have Haunting and Hunting Adeline. And the seller on the Etsy shop actually ended up printing the cover of the book onto this hardback copy. Isn't that gorgeous? And so when you take these two books and you put them side by side, oh, isn't it just stunning? I'm obsessed. Also, the inside of these books is so beautiful. I don't know if all of the books were originally designed like this, but it has like the beautiful special edition pages. So we have the letters inside of the book, and then you also have each of the chapters has its own beautiful picture as well. So definitely very excited to get into these books. I think they're going to be so much fun, especially for the holiday season in October. So very excited for that. Love the inlays in the book, love the beautiful special edition copies, and I'm so pumped to be reading these. I'll definitely link the Etsy seller down below. The next book that I wanted to show is actually the third book in this particular series, which is My Dark Prince. I got the first two books from Amazon, and the third book just released, and it is gorgeous. So here is the box that the book came in, which is absolutely stunning. I love the green on this book, and I just love the details on the box art. And then when you pull the book out, if you look on the inside, you can kind of sort of see that the inside of the box is also decorated, which is just so beautiful. And it says, "This sleeping beauty wakes in a nightmare." So these are basically retellings of classic tales in a slightly darker sense. How beautiful is that book? And then if we actually pull the cover off of this book, it's also gorgeous. On the inside, we have, again, the beautiful green cover with the gold filigree, which is just so stunning. On the back, it says, "If the sky falls, I'll hold it up for you," which I think is just so fun. Then we have the interior cover of the book, which is stunning. And then the painted edges, of course, which are the gorgeous flowers. So I was actually very impressed with the quality of this book and the beautiful edition. And I was very excited to have found it on Amazon and to have the third book in the series in my collection. So this will also be read at some point. I'm thinking probably November or December timeframe, but definitely very excited to sink my teeth into this book as well. The next set of books are by an author named Brittany Chanel. I don't actually know too much about this book, but I do know that the author was doing self-publicizing and showcasing her beautiful editions and copies on Instagram, and that's where I ended up finding this particular selection of books. This is based on the Fae Academy that she goes to, so it kind of seems like fantasy, dark academia, dark romance adjacent, which did seem like it would be fun, and it's part of the Gifted Fae Academy series. So I ended up getting the paperback versions of these books, and I just thought they were so stunning. There are the beautiful painted edges. It almost looks like a glass, glass art that you would see in churches and things like that. Just so pretty. And it just sounds like it's gonna be perfect. I will definitely read the backs of these books when I actually read them later and give you guys the breakdown. But I just love how beautiful these books are. And again, this was from Instagram. She's also selling the omnibus version as well, which is also beautiful and comes with gilded pages, and it comes with the painted edges and all the fun stuff. But I just love these little paperbacks. I just think they're so pretty. And I love the beautiful stains on these books. So when you put all three of them together, it almost looks like a piece of art, which is just so much fun. So very excited to check out this new author and kind of see what she has brought to the table and what she has to offer. The next set of books that I want to talk about is by one of my favorite authors of all times. This is one of the series that he wrote for adults. It is a queer romance, but I just love the way that TJ Klune writes. I don't think that I have read anything by him that I did not love and enjoy. Every single book has basically been either a 4.5 to a 5-star read. And some of my favorite books of all time that I literally recommend to everybody to read is actually TJ Klune. I do identify as heterosexual and heteronormative, so I tend to read a lot of books with those type of romances only because it relates more personally to me. Not that I have anything against queer novels. I recently have been venturing more into some of those books, and I've been thoroughly enjoying them. But I have to honestly say this particular set of books really spoke to me in general, because I had not realized at the time that TJ Klune had actually written a series. And so when I heard about this werewolf like series that he had written, I was like, I have to get my hands on these books. I happened to go on Pango Books, and I went on Mercari, which is basically a used website where people sell a bunch of different products, including books. And I came across these beautiful editions that were done, I believe, by Fairy Loot. I am not 100% certain who did these. I want to say they were Fairy Loot, but I'm not 100% sure. All I can tell you is they are genuinely beautiful, and I'm so excited to read them. And that is none other than the Green Creek novels. So here is the first book, which is Wolfsong. I love the beautiful depiction of the house on the front. And then I love the back of the book as well. It says, all I wanted to do was come home because without you, I don't have a home, which I just thought was so sweet. And then if you look at this beautiful painted edge, this has a very summery vibe, and I really love how seasonal the books feel. So that's the first book. Then we have Raven Song, which kind of has an autumnal feel to it. So we have summer to fall, and just look at that beautiful, beautiful cover. It just looks so gorgeous. And I love all of the orange trees and the feeling of autumn that's depicted in this. It says, I will always find you. I let you go once. I'm not going to make that mistake again, which I just thought, again, that quote is so beautiful. And we have the autumnal leaves on the edging of the book, which just looks so pretty. Then we have Heart Song. I believe this might have been maybe the first book then, because this is our summer book. But here is the beautiful, beautiful cover. Once again, that summery vibe. You have the beautiful, beautiful trees everywhere and the flowers that are growing. And it says, you smell like home, you always have, and that's the thing that matters. You don't need to remember because I remember for the both of us, which again, I just think is so sweet. And here are the beautiful painted edges on this book, which are just absolutely stunning. And then last but not least, we have Winter, which in my humble opinion is the prettiest of the four covers. But this is a Brother Song, and I just love the little cottage on the front with the snow cap. And again, we have the wolves playing in the back, which is just so cute. And it says, I've got my claws in you now. Where you go, I go. And if that means following you into the dark, so be it. Which I thought was just so sweet. And again, we have that bluish color that's continued through the painted edges. The insides of these books are also beautiful. Just look at that gorgeous, gorgeous snowstorm on these pages. Oh my gosh, just so, so pretty. Gorgeous, just absolutely gorgeous. Love that. Then we have Raven Songs. Isn't the autumnal scene just so beautiful? I love this vibe. I also see myself like reading this on the beach somewhere here in California, because it's just so perfect for that season and that weather, and just, it's just gonna be beautiful. And then here is our Spring Night. Just stunning. I don't know if the inside pages have any additional photos, not that I'm seeing, but I'm so excited to read these books. So when I saw that someone was selling them, I had to get my hands on them, because these are just some of the most beautiful books I have ever seen. They're stunning. Okay, I have a few more books and then we're done on this video with this little haul that we're doing. The next book I wanted to show is the new R.F. Kuang Calabasas copy that I ended up picking up from Target of all places. It is gorgeous. I'm very excited to read this book. R.F. Kuang is the same person who wrote The Poppy Wars, Yellowface, and Babel, all of which are very different genres, very different storylines, but written in beautiful prose and just hit home with every single book that she wrote. With The Poppy Wars, it is a difficult series to read because the character is very, very intense, our main character, I'm saying. So it is challenging to follow her story and to fully fall in love with her. She's a character that's very hard to like, but the story itself is very fascinating. The fantasy aspect, the war aspect is very well done. The PTSD is also very well done in that book series. Babel is a dark academia fantasy book, which was just absolutely incredible. The magic system was really fun to read. The students were really fun to read. Our main characters were very entertaining to read. And the social commentary in that book was amazing. And Yellowface particularly was very different in terms of genre. It's about a white author who decides to take credit for her Asian friend who is a celebrated writer's novel after the Asian author ends up passing away. And it's basically like this very morally gray character, and it was very fascinating to read. So I'm really excited to see where Catabasis takes us. I do understand that it actually takes us into the magic systems of hell and things like that. Again, sounds like it's more adjacent to dark academia. So definitely up my vibe. Here is the beautiful, beautiful cover of this book in the gorgeous green. And then if I actually were to take this cover off, I love the actual book binding as well. There is the beautiful cover on Catabasis with the yellow, and I love this black. And then if I open this up, it has all of these crazy equations and magic systems, because again, we are in a school setting with a magic system. And then here are the beautiful painted edges of this book. I just think this book is absolutely gorgeous. It says hell is other people on the side of the book, and you can see the two worlds kind of colliding as she tries to find her professor through these magic systems. It's been recommended by Leigh Bardugo as well as New York Times, so I'm very curious to see where this story of Catabasis is going to take me, and I'm definitely looking forward to it. It was also supported by Rebecca Ross, Olivia Blake, Vaishnavi Patel, Gareth Brown, Shannon Chakraborty, and Rebecca Roanhorse. So very, very, very excited to read this. I mean, that is a lot of praise for one book. Last but not least, I wanted to talk about two beautiful editions that I recently got from Fairy Loot, and the third book in the series is finally out and being released soon, and it has already been pre-ordered, but let me show you these gorgeous copies. The book that I'm talking about is none other than Hannah Witton's The Foxglove King and the Hemlock Queen. This is the Fairy Loot edition. I think this might actually be the most beautiful book that I own in my entire book collection. It is so stunning, and the reason it's so stunning is the actual front of the book itself. I'm going to show you guys that last because I just think it's so stunning. But the book cover also comes with a secondary choice for the inner cover if you do want to turn it inside out. I actually really like the cover that they've selected for this book, so I'm going to keep it that way. But we have a picture of our two main characters on the inside of the book, and then we also have another picture of the two of them on the back of the book. The painted edges on this book are absolutely gorgeous. Look at the floral prints going all the way through. It's just done so well. But most importantly, look at the gorgeousness of this cover. I am obsessed with this cover. Like, I don't think I've ever owned a book this beautiful ever before. I'm so excited to have this in my hand and to just sit down and read it. I'm so excited. I feel like it's just gonna transport me into this magical world. And I truly understand that you shouldn't judge a book by its cover, but I'm definitely judging this book by its cover, and I'm very excited for it. The inside is also signed by the author, which is also equally exciting. So very excited that I was able to get my hands on this book. Now, anyone, if you counted all those exciteds, please let me know how many I said. The second book in the series is Hemlock Queen. I also find this cover to be beautiful. It's just so stunning. I love the blue. I love the medallion on the front of the book. And I absolutely adore the inside covers of this book as well. This, again, has been praised by many authors that I absolutely adore, including Stephanie Garber, Ali Hazelwood, and Jodi Picoult. So that being said, I don't think I'm going to have any negative things to say about this series when I do finally get to them. This is the inside book plate on that book. And then here is the back end. We have our three main characters here. And then, of course, this book has also been signed, which is absolutely amazing. So we have Hannah Witton's signature right there. Here are the beautiful, beautiful painted edges, again, with those lovely florals going around. And there is the stunning green cover. Just absolutely gorgeous. Definitely one of the most beautiful books I have ever owned. I did end up finding these books on Pango books as well, and I was very excited to be able to get my hands on this particular book. It's very hard to find the set of books. There's a lot of copies of the Foxglove King in the Fairy Loot editions that are kicking around at very reasonable prices, but as far as the set of the Foxglove King and the Hemlock Queen, that was pretty difficult to find. So I was very excited when I did find them at a reasonable price. And I'm very excited to have both of them inside of my collection. Very much looking forward to the Nightshade God, which should be releasing and arriving soon in the mail when Fairy Loot has it ready to go. Outside of that, I don't have any other like special orders or books that are really ordered at this time. I do have a few books on the back burner that are still waiting to come in that are completions of series. For example, the Blood of Hercules book 2 is coming out in October. We also have the Games Gods Play book 2 coming out in October. I am also expecting to see the third book in the If Once a Hero series. I'm also expecting to see the third book in this series, which is the Nightshade series, and then the Ashfire King, which is the second book in the Stardust series, is also coming out sometime soon. So I do have a few books that I'm waiting on to arrive, but otherwise that is pretty much it in terms of book collection for this year. I'm really going to try and focus on my physical TBR for the next few months, and I really do want to try and save a little bit of money. We have a lot of weddings and trips coming up soon, so I'm definitely focusing on that more. But it was really fun to find these beautiful editions in such unique locations. I'll definitely list the link sites for where I found these books before, but I'm very excited to have these books in the collection. And that is all I have for you guys today. If you did enjoy this video, definitely give it a thumbs up and consider hitting that subscribe button and that notification bell if you're interested in coming and hanging out with the community again. If you're new here, I put out videos every Wednesday and Sunday on bookish related content. Most of the time I'm talking about reviews or books that I've actually read, and every once in a while we do have our hauls, of course. Outside of that, I do also have some random videos on travel vlogs and experiences, but for the most part, this is a primarily bookish channel. So if that sounds like it's up your alley, definitely consider sticking around because I would love to have you back. For those of you that are returning, I can't thank you enough for watching this video, for spending time with me today, and to talk all things books. I am very nosy about what people have in their handbags, what people have on their shelves, what new books people have been acquiring, what new books are on people's TBRs, which is why I think I enjoy making these videos so much. If this was something you enjoyed, definitely leave me a comment below. Let me know if you were inspired to pick up any of these books yourself. I know we didn't really talk too much about what the books were about, but I'm definitely very excited to be reading all of these books. And I would love to hear what books you guys are reading as well. So definitely let me know in the comments below. Outside of that, that brings me to the end of the video today. So I just wanted to say, wherever you are, whether it's morning, evening, or night, I hope you're having a wonderful, blessed day, that you and your family are safe and sound and happy, and that you guys are enjoying your day. I will catch you guys on the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, guys.